Looking to get back in the win column, the Tigers were back in Toronto looking to pick off the Blue Jays. Jays winners of 6 in a row. Tigers looking to get a win to keep pace with the first place Cleveland Indians. Early on, Mike Pelfrey was dealing. Here he gets Edwin Encarnacion to bounce out into the 4-6-3 double play, inning over. Later in the ball game, Toronto threatening with the bases loaded, but Pelfrey gets Darwin Barney to bounce out harmlessly to the mound. Pelfrey allows just 1 run in 6 innings worked, but that 1 run would loom large. Bottom of the 5th, runners on the corners for Josh Donaldson, and he rips this ball to third. Nick Castellanos is there to start the 5-4-3 double play. A run would score, and the Blue Jays are up 1-0. Bottom of the 7th, and the Jays pull away with a runner on first. Kevin Pillar rips this ball into right center field for a base knock. This ball will roll all the way to the wall. Justin Smoke is going to try and score from first. He's digging hard. Here's the relay throw. It is not in time, and the Jays lead 2-0. 3 batters later, and Joe Boo needs a refill. Edwin Encarnacion crushes this one to center. It's a 3-run blast, and the Blue Jays jump all over the Tigers bullpen for the 2nd night in a row, winning this game 6-0. The men's Wimbledon finals are set, and we have a few surprises. The Englishman Andy Murray advances to the Wimbledon finals after defeating Thomas Berdych in 3 sets, 6-3, 6-3, 6-3. Murray last won Wimbledon in 2013. His opponent will be Milos Raonic. Raonic defeated Roger Federer in a thrilling 5-set match, 6-3, 6-7, 4-6, 7-5, 6-3, to advance to his first ever Grand Slam final. The 6th-seeded Raonic is the first ever Canadian-born tennis player to advance to a Grand Slam final. Murray and Raonic will square off for the title on Sunday afternoon. Just a few weeks after retiring from the NHL, former Red Wing great Pavel Datsyuk is all set to continue his career in Russia. The 37-year-old Datsyuk has signed a 2-year deal with SKA St. Petersburg for roughly $3.9 million per season. The 2-year contract keeps Datsyuk playing until the 2018 Olympic Games, giving him another opportunity to play for a gold medal. Datsyuk played all 953 of his NHL games as a Red Wing, recording over 900 points during that span. And finally, it's Friday, so our own Kyle Logan headed out to Thunder Bay Golf Resort for this week's Lesson on the Links.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the 2nd edition of Lesson on the Links. We're back out here at the Thunder Bay Golf Resort, and I'm back with John Kozuski, the head pro here at Thunder Bay Golf Resort. So John, last week we worked on irons, and certainly that's an important part of the game, but now to a shot more so that's more difficult and more terrifying to a lot of golfers, so certainly the bunker shot. So just kind of what's that approach, what's that mindset that a lot of players have to get into when they're going to approach this type of shot?
Well, like you said, Kyle, a lot of people fear the bunker shot. It's actually the one shot in golf where you don't hit the golf ball. You actually hit the sand behind the golf ball. I hope to give you a couple of tips today that will help you out get the ball up on the green a little easier for you.
So John, players, when they finally get in this bunker, just kind of what is that mindset, that approach, certainly the technique that they need to have before even hitting the golf ball to kind of get them on that right foot to be able to get it out of the bunker?
Sure. You know, the first thing you want to look at is the lie that you have. And we're going to start off with a good lie here, the ball sitting up. And so some of the technique you'd use, Kyle, would be to really make sure you're going to open up the club face of your club.
Okay.
That's going to help give you the loft to get the ball up and out of the bunker because, you know, that's the goal. You know, we'd love to be on the green right next to the hole, but ideally we just want to get out of the bunker.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the ball in the middle of my stance, and as you see now, I'm going to go ahead and draw a line on the ground just to show you where the ball is placed between my feet. But you're going to see me open up my stance, and from behind you'll see that my feet are actually lined up a little open of the target or left of the target. I'm doing that to compensate because I'm also opening up the club face.
Okay.
So my club face is actually aiming at my target where my feet are left of my target. Much like you would hit a chip shot, you're going to try to keep your hands and the handle forward of the golf ball a little bit. But right now, I'm going to do something for you. I'm going to draw a little box around the ball. And of course, as you're actually playing the game, you wouldn't do this, but this is just an illustration for you. I'm going to try to knock all the sand out of that box. And what I'm listening for is to make a good thump sound. I'll even take a practice swing for you. That's the sound you're listening for. You hear that good solid thump sound. You don't want to actually hear you contact the ball. And actually you just think of the club kind of like a shovel, where you were actually now, instead of sliding through the sand with a big strike before, you were actually digging right down. And this is where I was explaining, I'm not actually trying to hit the golf ball. I'm trying to hit behind the golf ball with a downward angle. And you'll also notice that I'm going to take a pretty big swing, and you're going to hopefully hear a thump sound. If you hear a thump sound, that's a good sound with a bunker shot.
All right, thanks, John. Certainly the takeaways from today, you want to have a firm stance, you want to have an open stance, open club face to be able to get that elevation that you want on the ball. And certainly the number one tip, hit the sand, not the ball, the one shot in golf that you don't want to hit the ball. So certainly that great tip. Hopefully all the golfers out there aren't going to have to get in the situation, approach from the bunker, but if you have to, you now know what to do. So certainly, thanks again, John. We'll be back next week. And so that's going to be this tip for Lesson on the Links. We'll be back next week with another tip out there for all of you golfers.